Betrayal in West Virginia. That's what we are talking about. And this is not good. This is grabbing defeat out of the jaws of victory. We're going to get into it now. All right, guys, I've been covering a lot on SB 1071 out of West Virginia. If you don't know who I am, my name is John Crump. I'm an investigative journalist, and I investigate things. And today I'm investigating something that I wish I didn't have to, because as of yesterday afternoon, we thought everything was all kosher and we thought we had a victory. SB 7 sorry, SB 1071, if you don't know, is a bill in West Virginia that would have set up a an office that would transfer machine guns to average everyday citizens, because the Hughes Amendment, the 1986 Hughes Amendment that was added to the Firearms Owner Protection Amendment or Act, basically stopped the registration of new machine guns. It was a compromise back then, and it's still a compromise today. But there is an exception in that bill for the states. So the states can transfer it to citizens and whatnot, but no state has ever done that until a bill from West Virginia came out. And this bill would have done just that. It would have used the exception in the Hughes Amendment to transfer machine guns to civilians, giving the civilian population the same armaments as the military, which is exactly what the Second Amendment was there to do. Yesterday, the bill was up in the Judiciary Committee, and it had to pass yesterday to get to the floor in time before crossover day. Crossover day is when all chambers have to complete their bills and get it over to the next chamber. So there's some readings that it has to go through. I'm not going to get too much into it, but yesterday was the day that it had to pass the Judiciary Committee. And by a margin of 11-3, an overwhelming majority of the judiciary voted to pass the bill. The bill's next step was going to be the Finance Committee, which was going to waive the first reading and get it out on the floor for a full vote to go over to the House, where it would have passed. And Governor Morrissey has said that he was going to sign the bill when it got to his desk. Well, yesterday everyone was all happy because it passed, but there is a guy named Tom Willis, who is the chair of the judiciary, and Tom Willis decided to report all the bills that passed the judiciary yesterday besides 1071. So Tom Willis did not report 1071, which basically means there's not enough time to get it through unless rules are suspended in the West Virginia Senate. In order for rules to be suspended in the West Virginia Senate, you have to have a 2/3 vote to suspend rules, which right now doesn't look like we have. Rich.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Are you looking for me to comment?
No, I'm just saying, how you doing?
Hey, good morning. Is this Lucy in the football?
Basically, we're used to it as gun owners, but whatever. Okay. So everyone has passed the bill. All Tom Willis had to do was go ahead and report the results. He did not do that. I talked to someone that's in the legislature last night, a senator, and he was saying that Tom Willis was not picking up his phone last night when people were calling saying, "Hey, what's going on? Why isn't this reported?" And as of right now, it's still not reported, which means it's probably going to die, and it's a real shame. And it's a real shame because we had the votes to pass it, and it was one guy who decided not to pass it. Now, a lot of people might be asking why. Well, there is a lobbyist named Art Tom from the West Virginia Citizens Defense League that was actively working against the bill. Now, the West Virginia Citizens Defense League, they're a pretty good organization. So when I heard that, I called them up, and I'm just gonna not rehatch everything that was done. But Kevin Patrick, who's the president, confirmed that Art Tom was a lobbyist working for WVCDL. He also stated that WVCDL doesn't have a stance on the bill. And if you look at the WVCDL website on all the bills where they list all the bills in the West Virginia, gun bills in West Virginia, they just don't have this one on their bill tracker. And when they send out their email alerts, it's not on there. I asked Patrick directly, is Art Tom working in good faith for the WVCDL, or is he acting on his own using the WVCDL name? Mr. Patrick refused to answer me and got very upset that I even asked that, because I think I got him in a corner.
If you know, you know.
It's either they're okay with it, or they don't, or their lobbyist is acting on his own and they don't want to take it. Well, over the weekend, his lobbyist, in front of a bunch of people, including some West Virginia Citizens Defense League volunteers, said that he is going to kill the bill in West Virginia, which appears that he did, and also in Kentucky, which is interesting.
Wow.
In a closed door meeting with the AG's office, which I do have sources inside there too, Mr. Tom and Mr. Patrick. He said he was concerned that police might get hemmed up and arrested, and that West Virginia citizens might get hurt if this bill passes.
But yeah, huh? So are you saying police are going to do illegal stuff, so we're not going to pass this bill?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, right? The way it works, you have to still go through the NFA process. The ATF would have to go ahead and approve it. So at that point, you have the government's blessing. Now, if the ATF doesn't approve it, the transfer doesn't happen, and that triggers a bunch of lawsuits over them not following the law.
Well, and again, if it's a person that would be eligible, just like we go through every time we buy a suppressor, if you're eligible, you're eligible. And if you're not eligible, fine, turn them down.
Correct. So it's one of those things where it's a betrayal of gun owners. The whole vote was a political theater. I think Mr. Willis was hoping that it wouldn't pass out of the committee, but when it did, he had no intention of reporting it. That's just my opinion. Now,
yeah, this is the opposite of a pocket veto, where you don't veto something, but you let it die.
Yeah, this is a passage. Just I'm just not going to report
it. Wow.
It's going to be interesting to see what he claims. He made a post yesterday on Twitter talking about how he's a Green Beret and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, good on you.
Green Beret up your ass, because you're not being very American when you try to do that crap,
It's amazing to be in a country where we're going to be celebrating the 250th anniversary of the country. And I don't know if 86 was 50 years ago, but we, for 200 years, not that there were machine guns going back 200 years ago, and stuff like that, and the color firearms. But
You're roboting, man.
there was never a prohibition on machine guns. And yeah, I'm driving. Sorry.
All right. But it's yeah, so this is what he posted yesterday. I just want to bring up this Twitter because it's interesting. I know you're driving, so don't even look at it. I'm a proven conservative fighter who have beat the establishment before. I defeated the WV lieutenant governor and senate president head to head with the establishment stacked against me. And it looks like you joined the establishment, man. But voters were with me. I am a Green Beret, Christian man, and a constitutional conservative. Don't seem too much like you are. To put West Virginia values, debatable right now, man. First, not Washington insiders. I think you might have done.
Wait,
So,
what is the old saying? Like, if you're not this, you don't talk about it. If you have to put up your bona fides like this, obviously that's what's in challenge, and that's what you're afraid of people challenging.
yeah, so he's running he's running in the primary right now against for in primary he wants to become a United States senator.
Oh, so that explains it all.
So this is so he didn't report this bill, right? Which he could have. He should have. It was him.
It was the most significant piece of legislature in decades, I would say. And to not report that.
It's going to be my mission to ensure that he does not become a U.S. senator.
Amen. And I would say the West Virginia CDL needs to go, just like the NRA.
They got some explaining to do. I just want to. I'm gonna share this tab just to show you. Now, if you look at this tab, do you notice an SB that's not there?
Oh yeah.
SB 1071. Right?
Yep.
And let me go ahead and I'm gonna bring up this. Give me 1 second here, if I can. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna share this tab instead. All right, let me bring this up. All right, now look, this is an email that was sent out yesterday. Let me pull this up. Whoops, wrong one. Now I'm gonna scroll through this. Let's see here. These are the it says, "Good afternoon. The most effective gun lobby in West Virginia today is beginning an absolute last day of bills in committee of the originating chamber." So basically saying this is the last day. These are where the current bills stand. HB 4098. Thank you so much, Stay Free 3DP. HB 4106. HB 4185, HB 4190, SB 30, SB 478. Wait, there's something missing there. What's missing, Rich?
Oh, I guess SB 1070.
And do you see who signed the bill? They
I
signed
know. driving.
It says in freedom, Art Tom, Director of Government Relations, WBCDO.
Woof. So how can that be?
We need to figure out exactly what happened, and someone needs to be held accountable. Someone needs to be held accountable. I'm going to go ahead and share one more screen. All right. So where this says last action, it should say clear the judiciary. I'll show you in a second here, but it doesn't, right? It just says it just doesn't. They never reported the votes. Now I'm going to show you what it would look like if it did clear the judiciary. If I can get it. Let's see. Senate bills. Give me 1 second here.
So this is like the equivalent of I'm not touching you.
Yeah, basically. Now, if you look at this one, I'm gonna share this. So this is one of the other bills that was there. That passed yesterday. So second reading, 3/3/26. Just wasn't. So it hasn't been reported. So it's ridiculous. We need answers. Like, what the hell happened? Who got to you? Although I'm pretty sure I know. So we're gonna have to see. Oh, and check this out. This is the blog from the Senate yesterday. What does that say, Rich? Actually, you're driving. I'll read it. Machine gun access bill clears Senate judiciary. It might have cleared the judiciary, but it was not reported. But yeah, just wanted to let you know, Mr. Willis, you're never gonna get elected. Your Senate dreams have now been killed, because I'm gonna make sure of that. And have fun in the private sector. With that, I think we're gonna get out of here. Thank you, Rich. Rich is gone. All right, guys. I will see you later. There's a lot going on, and keep in mind, Epstein Island was the true aisle crossing of bipartisanship. True, very true. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.